in Barbados. He bowls wicket to wicket, going on and going bigger, and being that person. Very good start. Make the most of the power play.
Oh, just a little lazy on that cut. Oh, pretty. In the gap between extra cover and mid-off. That's just a terrific way to start. Brandon King. Oh, pitched up. A misfield there will give Charles a boundary. That's very unfortunate. Oh, brilliant once again. Pierces the gap. There should be another boundary. Pretty quick outfield. And it is. You got to keep it tight, especially the last ball. Sanchit couldn't. Well, again, just a shade too full. Now the sweet cover drive. It looks so good. And this is a meat and drink for Brandon King. You mentioned
3 to 5 Ks more by a more bounding, energetic runner.
Flicked. I wonder if that's gone all the way for a 6 or whether it's just a boundary. Last time. Got to keep it outside off. Oh, lofts it. Could it be the first 6 of the match? And it's a big one. Wow, Brandon King just stood there. You mentioned that steady head. Read the line.
They played in the World Cup just gone.
Well, how about that? Just stood up, waited for the ball, gave it a little bit of direction.
Process.
Oh, a top edge and a thin one. Little unlucky, Ali Nasir, and he knows it. This time he catches hold of it. It's a big one over mid-wicket. That's what Johnson Charles can do. He's a big unit, hits the ball very hard.
Of the result. Ooh.
Full toss, just trying something different, Ali Nasir, unless it slipped from his hand. It is a little sweaty out there. He is indicating that, well, there was a little bit of sweat. Or trying the slower one, I think that's where it was. And yet, turned out to be low full toss. No way Lovepreet's going to get to it.
Brandon King again. Dominance continuing from the first one international, gone all the way for 6.
It's a beautiful looking shot, using the feet.
Straight, and straight enough. Oh, that is so good, Johnson Charles. Accessing the 360 degrees of the field. This will be a couple more runs as well. And maybe 4, yes. Big over for the Windies. Another boundary. Oh, majestic. That may be the best of the lot because it was not as full as King would have wanted. Okay. Brandon King. Put that in a museum and leave it there.
Beautifully done.
Oh, that is just too good from Charles, and too much flight on offer for a man with this power.
Ali Nasir in just his second ODI has his task cut out. And just like that, he lifts one. There is an opportunity. It goes over, long gone. A desperate attempt, but how good is that from Brandon King? Back after a break, ever so often it's... This one, there is a fielder there, straight to long on, and wicket number 1 for the home team. And it comes from Ali Nasir. It was a flat bat. It's something to be cheerful about.
Yeah, well, it was cut a lot finer than his team changes.
This time, to the left of the wicketkeeper, the result the same, another boundary. Unnecessary, you'd have to say, from UAE's perspective.
Speaking of impressive, it's gone high, and I think he may have done an excellent job at the boundary, Basil Hamid. It could be very close from Basil Hamid, and it takes that to get a brilliant player in Brandon King. 64 from 70 game. Aditi Shetty's bowled well. Oh, Shamar Brooks, the use of the feet. And anytime you think about Brooks, the word elegance comes to mind. Works to do. One of the best players was spinning this side. Bowled in. Typical commentator's curse. Ayan Khan. The persistence pays off.
Exactly what.
Well picked up by Casey Carty in the gap as well. Placement.
Question.
Aerial and 6. Got that off the middle of the bat, and all of a sudden, 1 over's made a huge difference for Casey Carty. 4 and now maximum.
Back for the UAE and for Shetty.
Loud shout, catch and taken. Lovepreet comes into business. He takes a catch. Ayan gets his man. He'd been toiling for hours and finally gets the piece of a meat.
That he was good for a long one. Not to be. Looked a little tired. Only 7 in 30. Oh, that might elude the long off fielder. But I tell you what, you know, talking about that's the 200 up, by the way. He's darting them in just to make sure that a fourth shot such as this was played. So it's clever bowling all the way up 2 overs each. Good to see when he brings them back.
Width on offer and taken. Every single delivery in this over was on the stumps. He offered width, invited the batter to play that shot, and Aditya Shetty was standing there for that.
Goes for 32 from 39. Just a short.
A big finish.
There was a fine leg, but he was very wide. Don't think he picked it up initially. A welcome boundary for Hodge and the West Indies.
Nice swivel by Kevin Hodge.
Oh, this time to the offside. Even better. Back-to-back boundaries coming. Hodge is feeling it.
And pace straight, you can expect the ball to go in the leg side.
Beats him. Mid-off was in the circle. Hodge nails 3 fours in the over. 2-3-1 for 5. Oh, that's a gift. Way too easy for Kevin Hodge. He showed the intent. Clears the rope easy.
There's a spin.
Cleans him up. Nasir, what a comeback this has been. Went for 13 overs.
Stamps, and he did it exactly that. They're able to achieve thus far.
Taken. Straight away, Sanchit Sharma. It's been a tough day at the office for him.
For me, it's the biggest win, but this from ODI and Smith is just a little glimpse of what he can do with the bat in hand. He's a big fan.
And there's hope there as Sanchit Sharma gets one right in the block hole.
This is a great comeback.
Bowled shot. A wild heave and the ball will race away towards the fence. 4 runs. Now Zahoor gets one more. Right in the block hole, and Drakes this time cannot bring his bat down. The stumps have the scorecard. And he does that. Cleaned him up. It's Smith, the big unit gone. Zahoor Khan looks up, thanks the Almighty, and he's done what was expected from him. Helped their confidence a mighty lot.
Quick look at the batting scorecard here.
Out second ball in the first match, who will hope to start things out well.
Ball's the key to the chase. If he can get a big score, he'll get it quickly, and it then gives the rest to the batting order.
Drake's made his UAE chase. Right on the mark straight away. Your thoughts on drifting down leg? Just a half-hearted appeal. There will be a leg buys, yes. And just the wrong line. Maybe.
Into him with the scat.
Oh, brilliant. The skipper. That's the kind of cover drive that can warm the hearts of not only the man who played it, but all. Well, this time pierces the gap. Still played away from the body, but obviously saw the ball well. It did have width. And
Racine is on a 19.
edged! Mohammad Wasim, a lonely walk back.
Length from his usual skill set, and he's found.
Well, that's a shot. And we called it, likes to just stay there, wait for the width. Oh, I think he got some bat on it. Again, just erring in line. And yes, just a thin tickle, too much for sure.
Pushing towards the third man region and will get a boundary. First ball of the fresh over. And gone. Predicted and exact to the script. Onto his pads and played it straight in the hands of the field.
Sharma, 20 of 22 for the youngster.
Darting it down the leg side, the ball will race away. Odin Smith will just jog and fetch the ball back. Inside edge, and will get those runs. Boundary there for Vrithi Arvind. He's a confident lad. He knows his shots, he knows his spots too. A mark, starting now. And he's got him. That story will stay untold. Clean bowled as Lovepreet on debut. Just
A short stint as he departs for 6 of 20. And
Minutes.
Opens the face this time. This is very neat and tidy from Vrithi Arvind. Back-to-back boundaries. This is exactly what they need. Taken. What a grab. Dominic Drakes. You beauty.
some bounce. He managed to get to the top of it, and he's helped that along for another boundary. Vrithi Arvind, and that Vrithi Arvind has 170 and 180 in ODI cricket. We'll come back to that because Basil Hamid said, Charu, did you just say something about not lifting the ball in the air? Because take this, he says, into the stands.
Well, that was much more Vrithi, who's well up.
That's what he does ever so often. He gives it a bit of air and he induces the batsman to go for that drive, hoping for the breeze. Push for the odd single or two. Well, having said that, intent unfortunately gone wrong.
How gutted Vrithi Arvind is. He should be, having done all the hard.
Right when I say that, he's happy to use the long handle to mighty good effect. Ali Nasir says, I'll tonk one over mid-wicket for a 6. This time, once again, on the bounce. A 6 followed by a 4, much to the appreciation of the few members.
Finish. Especially with strokes like that. Inside out, in the gap. Picked it superbly.
Mighty impressed with what Ali Nasir has been producing today. Carrying on from...
Just past chase. Riveting stuff from the youngster. What a contribution this has been. 20 from 9 now. And straight away, the runs continue to flow. Fortuitous for Basil Hamid.
Lofted. Mid-off was in. And that's a handsome 6. Just stood there, delivered. Is not going to spin too much.
You said it. You were expecting that big one to come with the off spinner turning into the right-hander. Basil Hamid says, I'll take a little bit of that. 6 number.
The fielding team.
There is a man. Picks him out. Hakeem Jordan makes no mistake. He falls one short of his one.
Knock nonetheless. 49 off 84. 100.
He struck that so powerfully. An assertive stroke from a young talent. Went pace off. Mid-on was up, and it's gone all the way for 6. Robust strike.
These two men possess it with bat and ball.
Goes again. And it's going to be a boundary. And 50 for... Maybe one too many. And Kevin Hodge has the last laugh. But a credible... Not... Too short. And too easy for Ayan Khan. He averages 28 and 1 international. It just strays in his line. Not where you want to be, Odin Smith. And again, Ayan Khan takes on the pace. And it was this pace that got him out in the first ODI. But Ayan Khan is not backing down.
All the way to 11 in some instances. What are the roles of those numbers?
Takes him on again. Similar result. This young man has got an uncanny cricket IQ.
Will tell. But for now, you can only beat who's in front of you, and that's what they're doing.
And of course, the bowling attack will look very different in those qualifiers. You think about Holder, Akil Hossain, Alzari Joseph. But still an excellent win for Captain Shea Hope with the group he's got. Those on the fringes, those wanting to get to the next level, they've won the series. It's the first series win for Shea Hope and Darren Sammy and his management team.